So, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video, and yeah, a little short video before I go to bed because yeah, something that I need to get off my chest. Like I said, I try to walk away from the drama a bit and yeah, do my own thing, but sometimes you come across something so incredibly stupid, it's either old or not, that needs to be discussed, and that is voice acting in anime and yeah, other kinds of Japanese animated series and movies. The reason why is because, of course, you heard the discourse about dub versus sub, etc. Dub is basically where the English voice actors do the voices of, let's say, characters like this, like Ken Takakura, Ken Takakura from the series that we're going to talk about. In a yeah, for voice in English way, and that kind of yeah, change the dialogue a bit so it fits the English language a little bit better, because some words in context don't always translate well from Japanese to English. I can tell because I'm studying it for a few years now. And yeah, it's nice. That's the same kanji from the guy from Expensive. uh, I love this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's not why we're here. We're not here to discuss kanji because it's an interesting topic for another video. But yeah, it's kind of this. But yeah, there is some yeah. For those of you who don't know, we can go to the series since we already added. Dang Dang is kind of yeah comedy slash supernatural story where one of the characters is called Mama Ayase, and this little shy guy over here, typical yeah nerdy geeky guy, kind of finds himself on the opposite side of the spectrum. He's more obsessed with UFOs and aliens, and Mama Ayase is more interested in things like I'm quoting my anime list here, but I try to use my own words. She's more interested in the supernatural, and those things clash, but eventually they find common ground. That's how it should be going in the real world as well, but it doesn't always happen. But yeah, for those of you, I still don't have to watch this series, this anime series, and read the novels or the light novels, whatever, or the manga volumes, Takabun volumes. Because yeah, my knowledge is kind of limited, but that's what I got from it. But if I'm going to watch it, and we'll get to that right now, since we're already there. Apparently, there is a voice actor, an English-speaking voice actor, called Ajib Bumped. Yeah, it's a whole mouthful. I have trouble spelling that. It's because English is not my first language. But he has been making. This happened a few years ago, but I doubt he ever distanced himself from this belief. I'm not trying to do anything with cult association by thinking that's not how to do things. But yeah, I don't know why this guy digged up a thing from 2 years ago, but yeah, what is on the internet stays forever on the internet. So yeah, something. But yeah, he made some controversial statements. That's called. First of all, he, as you can see here, Ken Takakura, he has a lighter skin tone, originally because he's more yellowish because he's Asian, slash East Asian. Also known as Okalung, that's a kind of slang that they use. Male, human, high school student, Kamikoshi City, residence, History and Culture Research Department, and has certain talent, and he's voiced in the original yeah, Japanese version by Natsuki Hana. It could also be Hana Natsuki, because they often spell their names another way at times. except for katakana, where they use they borrow some things from European and other languages, and yeah, that's that. But like I said, he's made some controversial statements, and I read my fair share. I watched my fair share of dubs in the past. I watched the dub of in Dutch from Crayon Shin-chan. Crayon Shin-chan. There you go. So Crayon Shin-chan. I watched Thunderburin. Hey, I got it. It's basically called Super Pig. I still need to watch the Japanese version. I only watched the Dutch few episodes, but it was kind of Sailor Moon-ish. But in the case, it's a pig getting powers, or a girl getting powers from a pig. And of course, Metabots, and things like Yu-Gi-Oh, Shinzo. That's it, Shinzo. Another important thing from my past, and of course, Howl's Moving Castle. That's the only thing I watched. It was the first time I came in contact with the Japanese dub, or sub. My bad, with the subtitles. But yeah, and of course, Bo. That's incredible. That's hilarious. That was also a good. The dub was kind of it went nowhere, but it was hilarious. But now, then you get older, then social media happens, and then you figure out that some of your idols tend to be not the kind of people that you want to be associated with. There's just people like that because they do anything to stay relevant or make incredibly stupid quotes. And this is nothing different because the current cultural landscape and the orange guy being elected again, yada yada. I don't give a shit because it happened over there. I only figured it out 2 days after it happened, I guess. I could see why he won and the rest lost. But that's not the discussion we're having here because he had made some really stupid statements called. Well, the first one is kind of not that. His name's AJ Bond Eccles, I think. Yeah, I have trouble spelling this name. AJ Beckles. That's his name. He made some quotes where first of all, we're going to read the first one because every time there's a black actor cast in a role in fantasy where the source material version is lighter skinned, someone always has something to say about it. It's so tiring. Doesn't affect the character whatsoever. It's okay. I understand why you had to use 5 Ys. Must be a Twitter thing or an American thing. I don't know. Or maybe Puerto Rican United. I don't know. But what sort of do is light skin. Someone always has something to say about it. Well, not always. Sometimes it kind of there are instances where it's kind of worse. It's in case of unfortunately the Daredevil movie suffered from a bad script, but had good acting. One of them was Kingpin. He was played by I can't forget his name, but he was kind of muscular, etc. Unfortunately, he died from I think a heart attack or something. Some of his heart or brain hemorrhage. And he did a good job. He was good. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter back then if he had more pigment in his skin or whatever, or he was still built like an absolute ultimate macho man. He was just a good guy for the role, and that's something. Of course, some people have to say about it. Always, it's not the same version, but it was close to the source material. It did what he had to do, but it doesn't affect the character whatsoever. So it's okay. Yeah, that's kind of an excuse. Yeah, in that case with the Kingpin, it's kind of there's always some people who complain about, but if the role, if he's a good actor, so what? I agree with that. It doesn't affect the character whatsoever, so it's okay. Well, in certain cases it's okay, like him. But if it's purely because you want to, just to tick a box, and that's one of the reasons why I don't fully agree with him. If it's just to tick a box, because yes, so we need to have a gay guy, we need to have a trans woman, or aka a biological man. We need to have an X amount of women in the workforce. Those quotas are often, if it's the I'm a little bit have a different opinion about this. If if the person picked for the role is the best in its field, then I say yes, okay, we need to have those quotes of these people with these qualifications. I'm thinking from what an employer would do from that perspective, and it's kind of hard because I know zero about it. But yeah, we need to check. We need to have the best man, woman, whatever you have in between for the role, and it needs to have he, she, it, whatever needs to have these types of skills. Allah, that's a good thing. If you need to, that's a quote that you want to have these kind of people. Hey, very fine, but it should not be just hire them just because they look a certain way or they vote a certain way that you do. That's the kind of things that kind of feel contradictory, or because they tend to have the same skin color that you do, and they vote a certain way, and they dress a certain way. That's kind of I'm not. I'm going to use the word later, but we're going back to the next one. That's where where people have a problem with it. The reason why, and this where you already know where we're going with this. The reason why people in most cases should be playing POC isn't a matter of color, it's culture. Excuse me. Speaking for black people, who are you speaking for? You're just one guy. And I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of black guys, lassies, everything in between, who will not always fully agree with you. That's a given, because Afro-Americans tend to have a little bit of a crabs in a bucket mentality most of the times, and people in their community who try to do it differently, try to change things and try to go their own way. And that comes from a young age, from what I've heard. I don't know a lot about it because my knowledge is limited. They tend to look at them as, oh, if that boy is studying just like and has the same kind of interest like the other guys, like the Hispanics or the Asians or the white guys do, he's considered the white guy. That comes from a very young age, unfortunately. That needs to stop, because it's not it's not making the individuals reach their potential. It could bring the community to a new height. To accept what happened in the past and focus and stop using it to justify their mistakes in the present. So I find it weird that he's speaking for black people. What kind of black people is he talking about? I think he's talking about his kind of black people that he will follow him whatever and vote the same way, dress the same way as he does or she does. I don't even know how he him, pronouns, yada. So what? But he knows what the barbershop sounds like on Sundays. I wonder if one of my writer friends from the States who is black thinks about that. I think I doubt that he will enter a barbershop on Sunday unless he really needs a haircut. What the hot comb smells like when it's going through our hair. It's not the color, it's the culture. Yeah, wait. Sorry, but I cannot make sense out of the second tweet. The reason why people in most cases should be playing POC isn't a matter of color, it's culture. I don't know what kind of culture you come from, because you're doing a good job of setting your people back another 150,000 years back. But yeah, what are you actually talking about? You're not making any sense with this tweet. And it's quite, yeah, I'm going to use the word here because this is why I kind of walked away from English dubs when it comes to anime and animated movies. Because they don't all tend to have that messiah complex where, because they have a certain role, that they that they earn themselves the right to sit on a throne and speak on behalf of everyone when there are individuals who will not always agree with them in the real world. That's something I have a problem with. And I think this kind of mentality where they tell white guys, whoever they might be, because yeah, there are white guys, white libtards who share the same sentiment. Where on what kind of planet are we living in that we need to? I thought Martin Luther King was already pretty clear about it. I thought, yeah, we were kind of over this kind of stuff. We're this close to getting over this stuff until this happens again. Until, yeah, certain race grifters came out of the woodworks. The reason what she playing is math culture. I mean, what kind of culture are you talking about? What white guys don't have one culture. Where we come from they come from all parts of the world. There are white guys in Europe. There are white guys in Argentina, because a lot of Italians and French and Irish migrated to that country at a certain point in time. Some of them eventually returned. They have roots over there. And yeah, what kind of there we don't always share the same culture. They don't always share the same culture. I say we, but that's inaccurate because I'm mixed. They don't always share the same culture. Each country has their own kind of people, their own kind of, yeah, that contains the white guys, the white majority. They don't have the same culture often. There are some certain, yeah, things that are closely connected, but culturally there are differences when you go from let's say west to east. It's kind of strange that just because you think she wants skin color, that and one few, yeah, things of entertainment that you think, hey, that's the entire culture. That's not the case. That's, yeah, shows the kind of, yeah, very limited worldview that these people who are getting hired by yeah, to do the English dub voice acting, how they think and how they act. I'm not saying that everyone acts like that and thinks like that. I mean, I have mad respect for Johnny John Bush because he's, yeah, he keeps a low profile. He focuses on martial arts, his family. He's part Korean, and yeah, he just does his own thing. He doesn't get like to be in the spotlight from what I've seen. He just does his job and he goes home to his family. Fair. But yeah, what kind of planet do white people only have one type of culture and black people only have one type of culture? Because when you go from, yeah, outside the United States to let's say Ghana, or in cases Mozambique, or in other parts of the world, even in Colombia with Criollos, they all have their own culture, their own music, their own cultural identity. Of course, they were treated like shit, like yeah, as in the past. Of course, and yeah, was wrong, yes, but should not be justified to make these kind of mistakes in the present. So yeah, so yeah, I think it's the reason. I think, yeah, should a white guy not be playing the role of a black guy? His voice is perfectly made for his role. Should a black guy not be voice acting a white guy because he doesn't share the same skin color, or shoot a Dutch guy or a Colombian guy who happens to be mixed, who happens to have more less pigment in skin due to his European genes taking over. Should he not be should he be forbidden for, or not because he to play, let's say, an African cartoon character because he doesn't have African roots. I mean, why are we even having this debate? This should not even be a thing. This is the kind of mentality that guys like Martin Luther King tried to get rid of. To instead of looking at how we the pigment in our skin, levels of pigment in our skin, and things like diversity, equity, inclusion, which in my opinion, they don't really work in the kind of workplace, the current day workplace and environment. Instead of that and checking boxes and just hiring people, but just because they share the skin color to play these roles, why are we not going back to a time where we look at the level of the skills that they have? It doesn't matter if it's a, let's say, if the guy happens to be, or the lass happens to be Japanese, and or Japanese American or mixed, whatever, and she has a voice to play to she happens to, or he happens, or it happens to have a good voice to voice an let's say a black character or a Hindu character, Indian, or from Bangladesh, whatever. Should they not be allowed to do that because they don't look a certain way? That's a kind of racist narrative. And don't come to me with, oh, blacks can't be racist. Let me tell you what. My mother has seen it in Colombia. I've been there as well. I've seen how the Criollos treated the natives with living there for their entire lives like shit. And so prejudice, it happens, it exists in all of us, and they are all capable of being racist. Doesn't matter if you have a lighter skin color or a dark skin color. We all have some kind of prejudices again in ourselves. But and that's a big but. I don't let it define me. I don't obsess about it, but this is it's the wrong mentality in the wrong place, and that's why I stopped watching dubs pretty much, because there's people like this who have these kind of extreme ideas that white guys should not be playing a person of color because they don't share the same skin color or culture, whatever that might be. Once culture is not one homogeneous thing. So I've seen word salad before, but no, this is not it. And this is why I stopped supporting these kind of people. I stick to the dubs. I go to the not so legal streaming sites. I'm currently studying the language to be eventually not being dependent on English English subtitles. Still a long way to go. But don't fall for these kind of narratives and don't become like this guy, because it won't bring you far in life. You're getting nowhere with this kind of mentality. In the end, it will only destroy you. That's about it. There's nothing more to say here. Why am I even having this argument? The guy, the voice actor of Ken Takakura, the English guy, actually not the Japanese one. He or she's good in my eyes. Yeah, but this is, as I close, this is the wrong mentality to have, and you should not be hiring people based on the color, solely based on the color of the skin, just to check a box. You should look at the qualities, what kind of individual he is, what the individual qualities are, and whether he or she, it, whatever, is the best person for the job. That's all I have to say for this video. Anyways, I hope you like it. I hope you like this little rant. It's been going on for longer than I expected, so talk to you guys later. Peace.